Hello, 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 hello. This is Samuel Archer, your host. You're listening to the Muzilog magazine podcast, and I have a special guest in the building. He goes by the name Sunshade, and it's his second time around coming to the podcast. We want to welcome him today. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
Yeah, man. Greetings to you and to all the listeners, everyone around the world. Thanks for having me.
Blouse and skirt, pants and shirt. That's right.
Yes.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we're here for a very important reason. You just dropped a new EP. It's buzzing. It's causing a ruckus in the place.
Yeah, man.
People want to know when is the show coming. There's so much, man. The place is on fire. So we had to do this again. And it's just a joy to just get you back here and just shoot the breeze and just find out what's going on. So the last time we did this, you had released a record by Phil Collins, and that seemed to cause a nice buzz in the market too. And so since that time, what have you been doing leading up to this new release?
Since that time, I have been recording. I have been continue to work on my craft. From that time until now, it's always keep growing. It's always keep producing, because I personally do music because I love music, and then I give it out to the people. So I never stopped working. I never stopped trying to create something new. So, that's what I've been doing since the last time we on the show.
All right. Now, did you and sorry to detour a little bit, because guys like us, we have to deal with the changing landscape of the music business, something that you may have done in the last project or maybe a couple of projects ago. Now you have to try it as a different approach. When you're releasing music, does anything stick out to you in terms of your career from the last music you released to the things that you had to sort of get in line this time around? Anything specific kind of like jumped out at you?
Yes. There's, as far as releasing a new project, whether it's single or EP or album, the promotion is always, however you plan to market it, you always have to try your best to do better than the last time, Pretty much that's how I rise every day and try to do better than yesterday, because that's how you keep growing, keep evolving and all that. So releasing new music, I'm always for trying to do a different way of promoting and make more connection, because, we're trying to get to a place where the audience can now, accept and say, hey, he just dropped something, and, we still have to work, but it won't be as hard as what we're doing now.
Understood. And the reason why I asked that too is that a lot of folks like us, we put a lot into the music, but then when it's time to do the other part of it, where it's, to market it and get it where it needs to go, in many ways we seem to slack off. And many artists are, again, no, I'm not pointing any fingers or anything, but it just seems like a lot of us, we're afraid of the business side of it. We're afraid.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I wanted just to say, and that's a part of it, It's not just producing the music and sit back. It's producing the music and trying to figure out ways, and I'm trying to get help, because, no man is an island. So I can't do it by myself. I have to, interact with different people who understand how going about getting the project out there to the right audience and to introduce it to new people, who really, you have a lot of people who really don't listen to reggae, but then at the same time, when they hear what's going on, what you have to offer, because of the quality and the melody and the production, they listen. And I kind of like that. So all that comes with you producing a song and giving it to the listeners, the masses of the people, Yeah, man.
All right. Right. I like that. So tell me something about it. What's behind the title of this new EP?
Well, I came up with the title of this EP. And the reason why I came up with this title is if you listen to the songs that's on there, it plays a part. And it plays a part where within our everyday life, we have to move at a certain pace. We have to do things at a certain pace. Even if, you're with your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, everything you cannot just rush. You cannot rush to tell her, come on, let's go. Or you cannot rush her to make love to her. Or, you know what I'm saying? You can't do everything there. And it goes over to, it also goes over to, when it comes on to what's going on in the world, where one of the songs that I have on there entitled Reason, I'm talking about not a specific individual. I'm talking about everyone around the world, which is, we're leaders or workers. We all have to play a part. We all have to be accountable for what we do. So that song is pretty much just asking a question, Yeah, man. So that's it.
Nice. So you have 4 songs
5
on this, or 5.
Yes.
See, I just wanted to make sure you were paying attention.
Yes.
So you have 5 songs on the project. You worked with 3 different producers.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about some of the producers you worked with on this.
Well, songs such as Reason, Money Over Life, those songs were produced by the great Computer Paul, who I always go to. Yeah, man. The legendary Computer Paul. And Reason, like I said, when I sing it to him, he said to me, well, you have a lot of original songs and you have to now try and create your own way as far as, the music is concerned. Because we have a lot of different older rhythms that we could sample and all that. But he was like, nah, we just try this. And when it comes down to Money Over Life, I have a version already of Money Over Life out. But a lot of people don't know that this version was the first version that I did with Computer Paul. So Computer Paul is the first one to record Money Over Life. It's just that when it comes on to releasing it, I wasn't in Jamaica and I missed the release date, and I was distributing through Tough Gang. And we have everything set up. So it was a little bit of confusion, and that's why that came up. The other songs, McDonald, he's the one who produced Let Me Make Love. Young producer, lives in Miami, very patient, very humble. I could say the same thing as far as Foxy D is concerned. Actually, Foxy D is the one that produces Chasing Love. And he's my keyboard player. He plays in the band.
Okay.
Yes. I challenged him, and I sing that song. I let him hear it, and I said, "I bet you don't come up with a rhythm for this." So that's how that came about.
He stepped up to the plate on that one day.
Yeah, man. Foxy D, man.
Nice. So shout out to the crew that you're able to work with.
Yes.
I like the EP.
Thank you.
I like the variety. I like what each person brought to the table. I mean, obviously, Computer Paul is legend, so to have a man like that on the project.
Yes.
I mean, hey, well, what else can you say when you have Computer Paul on the project?
Yeah, man.
So say a little something on each song. Just give us like a little background, because I think you start out. What was it? So go from the first song that you start off with, and come down and just give us a little something behind each record.
Okay. Well, I think the first song on the EP is Jah Love. Now, the way how I came up with this song is crazy, because I was in the studio with another artist, a DJ, and every time he tried to record his song and he mess up or misalign it, he said Jah, but when he said Jah, he said like he was angry, like why is he keep on messing up, So when he said that, no, I'm sitting and I'm listening. And I said, when he said Jah, I said, yo, keep going, man. No, nobody give up and all that stuff. So he said Jah again. I said Jah Love, So when I said Jah Love now, the rhythm that he was singing on, I started listening to it. So I'm sitting there listening to it, man. Can you feel Jah Love? Can you feel Jah Love? And then before I leave the studio, I had the first verse and the chorus. Right. So I called him and let him hear it. It was like, yo, you need to finish the song, man. And before the night's end, that was it.
So basically with that song, he pretty much opened up a vortex.
You could say that.
He opened up a vortex.
Right.
Of creativity. You saw the opening, wrote to it, and now you have a song.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you. That's Jah Love. The second song is Chasing Love. As a man.
As a man.
Who yeah, man, I have to keep it real, I have to let the audience know the real thing. As a man who appreciate and love, love the females, love the woman, we always have to experience certain things and to see if that's the one that we really want to be with. So I came about with this song because, you did a few ladies, and when you meet somebody, they say something, but then their action is different. So I now kick back and start thinking like, what is I start questioning myself. What kind of woman is it that I really want? So I create this person within my head, what I'm looking for, my expectations, and then that's how the Chasing Love came about. So it's me trying to find that right person, and then just
okay. So in your case right now, is this fictional or is it a reality at this stage for you?
Why, Sam? It's a great interview, well, it's leading to
it's leading to reality.
It's leading to where I want it to be. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's leading there, but you never know what tomorrow brings.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, you have some form of a vision.
Yes.
And then the vision is leading to materialize in some way or the other.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, man.
that's chasing love. I think the third song on there is Money Over Life. Money Over Life. Wow. That song came from watching the news, my community, my country where I'm from, Jamaica, Europe, Africa, Ukraine, everything that's going on. Because I don't consider myself a selfish person. So whenever I try to create a song, I try to create it where it applies to you or you can relate. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So Money Over Life came from all these things that's going on, and the motive is just money. So I just said, hey, let me say something where we can see ourselves and say, stop running after vanity. Why lose your soul for vanity? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that is where Money Over Life came from.
Okay.
What else do we have? Reason.
Reason, man.
Reason. Once again, the world is in this mindset where everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants the biggest house. Everybody wants the most money. Everybody wants the best clothes. Everybody just want. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, we tend to realize it doesn't worth it. You know? So reason came from stop bragging on each other. Reason came from you have the power to do things to make things better, but because of your selfish endeavors, you refuse to do that. And once again, I'm talking about world leaders, people who played a part in our society. We need to understand that each one teach one. Yes, because it don't make any sense. You have a house with 20 rooms in there, you only can sleep in one. But before you get to your house, you have to go through the ghetto and you see people sleeping on the floor. How do you feel going home knowing that you have 20 rooms and you can only sleep in one? What's the reason?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
that's what's up.
Yes. And then I think the final one is Let Me Make Love.
Okay.
Well,
everybody loves love, huh? Everybody loves
love. So, when you dated somebody and you feel like that's the person for you, and, things didn't go the way how you expected it and you broke up, but then at the same time, you see them again and it's like, whoa, and the conversations and all that, so good, and you learn from your mistakes. So it's like you're trying to rekindle it again, So that's where that came from, Let Me Make Love to the lady one more time.
All right. I like your I like your subject matter. I didn't really feel like there was a topic that was off within the confines of the EP. The EP is a nice packaged
thank you.
Project where the content is relatable to each thing, so like you chose a good bunch of songs that work together in that whole dynamic there. Now, is this leading to an album, or where is this leading to? Is it leading?
I'm looking forward. The next project is going to be an album. Reggae music, like I said before, is a part of my life. I listen to all the genres of music, but reggae music is a part of my life. Singing is it's out there, but it's not getting the love like how it used to. We're not singing about things that make us happy. We're singing about things that is here today and gone tomorrow. So to remind the audience about God, to remind the audience about love, to remind the audience about not so much in vanity, to remind the audience about brotherly love, looking out for each other. That's what I sing about. That's what I represent. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And this EP, hopefully, I hope the audience would, allow themselves to listen, and let's bring love back in the atmosphere, because we're so content now with I don't care or whatever because of money. So let's bring love back here, back in the atmosphere. That's what we need. That's my drive. That's my aim. That's what I want.
All right. Hey, I ain't mad at it at all. I ain't mad at it at all. So the last time you were here, we personalized you a little bit, so I can't ask you the same questions. All right. And the folks who've been checking out my interview, a lot of times when they come, for the first time, they'll notice I'm asking the artists the same questions. So, for a guy like you, I have to mix it up a little bit. So when we were prepping, we mentioned a couple of influences that you had, right? And you basically described that a particular artist would have helped you with one thing, another artist helped you with one thing, another, so it looked like there was a collection of artists that connected to you in a specific way. All right. So we spoke about Beres a little bit. Share with the audience what Beres brought to the table for you as an influence.
Well, I would say Mr. Beres Hammond Ford. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if I said the name in the right order, but yes, but it's a Beres Hammond. That's the artist that I listen to and learn how to write music. And what I'm trying to say is make it simple, but make people feel and understand. Make the listeners create that image. Let them want to be a part of, or if they're a part of whatever is going on, let them see their way out. So when it comes down to writing, Mr. Beres Hammond, trust me, he's the one.
He's the one. All right. And what did Maxi Priest bring to the table for you?
Maxi Priest, I listen to also, who does write a lot of songs. When you listen to Maxi Priest, his vocals, clarity and the lyrical content just the same. It's like it just balanced. It just let me want to hear more. It just let me try to figure out and find myself. All
right. We spoke about Dennis Brown. Share with the audience what Dennis Brown brought to you.
Dennis Brown also influenced as far as my writing ability is concerned. But Dennis Brown, delivery on any songs, it's amazing. I didn't hear a Dennis Brown song yet that you could complain about. You know what I'm saying? Dig up any Dennis Brown. Which Dennis Brown song that you could complain about? Yeah, man. So the writing just the same, the clarity, the melody. Dennis Brown has always been, will always be a part of me when it comes on to the music, because Dennis Brown sings about everything, but sing it in his own way.
Okay. Sanchez.
Wow. I'm a boss, that. That is my boss. Because Sanchez now is some people say it's not good to have an idol or, whatever. But Sanchez, clarity, melody, showmanship as far as presenting yourself on a show. Sanchez is the first artist that really captivate me singing without any music. And I stand there and listen and watch the females go nuts. Yeah, man. And I tell you, the funny thing about Sanchez now is when I was going to school in Jamaica, I never heard about Sanchez. My classmate told me that, I sound like him. And that's how I started to listen to Sanchez.
Okay.
Yes. So Sanchez play a major role still. Clarity, melody, wow. Make any song a brand new song, and that's somebody that I always listen to and learn from. Yes. Just like all the other artists.
So for me, the last name I'm going to call on this, I know there's probably more names you can call, but there's one more name I'm going to call. This guy, I think a lot of your personality in your singing, in your performance reminds me about this guy. So let's see how connected you are to this guy. John Holt. He laughed. You paused. Yeah, we stop you there.
Yeah, man, because listen, as I said before, I listen to all genre of music. I listen to every artist, not just singers, DJs, everyone. I listen to everyone. But there's just a group of artists that help to enhance and help to make you see yourself or to continue to do better. John Holt you could have Dennis, you could be at a show and you have Dennis Brown, you have John Holt, you have Sanchez, you have Maxi Priest, all these other artists that I call. All of them could be on the same show, but when they get on the stage, it's just totally different. So all of them could be on the bill, but when they perform, you hear the different sound, they deliver different, the whole, So John Holt played that part also with the same clarity, the melody, and the control, how to control yourself, because he's more in control. If you listen to John Holt don't really hit no high note like that, but he's just in control, and that's what I respect and love about him. And he write a lot of songs also, and I'm just grateful to be somebody that comes from Jamaica and to have these artists pave the way. Yeah, man.
All right. Any dream collaborations within the name of? Well, I know Dennis. Dennis is not here with us anymore. But any dream collabs with anyone else that we spoke about that would make your dream? I mean, it would just make your day. What collab would that be?
With any one of those artists that I just talked. Yeah, man. I mean, if I could be in the same studio with, Sanchez or Maxi Priest, you know what I'm saying? It's it would be amazing, I would love to. This one is way over there, but I would love to record a song with Jimmy Cliff. Yes. Okay. Because, I'm always trying to push the envelope, get out the comfort zone, So I have to, the wherever the music takes me, you know what I'm saying? There's other DJs out there that I would like to record songs with, like, the Sizzler and Bounty Killer and all those other guys. But when it comes on to the singing, it's like, can you imagine Sunshine singing a song with Jimmy Cliff or singing a song with Sanchez or Maxi Priest?
As you mentioned, Jimmy Cliff. When Jimmy Cliff dropped his last record, I went to see him out in Pennsylvania. So he's there before, he's a live band and everything, tearing the place up. My man jumping in the air, doing splits, all types of stuff. So one person behind me was like, how old is this guy?
Right. I mean, even I have a better one for you. which anytime he's around or anytime I get a chance, I always try to get to his show, Burning Spear.
I mean,
if you ever go to a Burning Spear show, I'm talking a full Burning Spear show.
Yeah.
The band. Listen. when this artist come to perform, trust me, you're not gonna get a 5-minute show. I guarantee you that.
It's a full thing, man.
It's a full thing. When you hear all them hands there, I hear them drums there, I hear them, man. Trust me. So these artists pave the way for me in such a way where I have gratitude. No, this is it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna do a little verses here. All right. Now I'm gonna call 2 places because apparently you performed in these places. So it's really based on what was the audience response like.
Yeah.
All right. New York or New Jersey?
Well, we had a big audience in New York still, yeah, but Jersey, people listen more in Jersey,
Okay.
Like what I'm trying to say is you can sing out, you sing out your song in Jersey. New York, you sing out a verse and a chorus and see what go on before you go into the next song. You understand? Because New York is not a place where you just have to New York is on the go. I ain't got that's New York.
Oh, okay. I've seen those types of shows. I prefer the one where the artist can actually sing the record out.
Right.
But I've been to the shows where they might just sing like not even a verse. They just sing like a line.
Yeah.
And then the crowd like, whoa, everybody going mad, and they're like, wait, the song.
Yeah, man.
Because they got to.
So, because if I'm in New York and I'm singing, let's say Jalo, once I get to the chorus and say, "Can you feel Jalo? Can you feel Jalo?" Once I get the audience to sing that, it's like they must say next song.
All right.
Don't feel like you're gonna get. Some places might let you finish it, but if you sing the second verse and then get back to it, it's like they're not gonna boo you or anything like that. But like yo,
no, it's not a boo thing. I just feel it's it's not like a boo situation. I just feel is a different kind of oil, and that's why I said that too. I didn't think it was that deep there, but I thought, okay, would Jersey be that audience, or would
be that
audience? All right, so let me ask you the next one now: Kingston or Montego Bay?
What kind of question they ask, Sam?
Rough one.
Well. Kingston or Montego Bay, what?
Which one you think is better?
Which one I think? I was born and I grew up in Montego Bay.
And that's why I do that. Let's see how impartial you are.
Well, I'm gonna go Montego Bay. Yeah, because never forget.
So is there anything? Okay. So putting jokes aside, what is maybe 2 things about Montego Bay, and what are 2 good things about Kingston?
2 good things about Montego Bay.
Yeah,
I would say we have better beaches.
Okay. So the landscape.
Right. I would say no, I'm gonna think can't. I was gonna say club, but I don't want to get in that trouble. No. Kingston have more clubs. So I would say, the beaches, and scenery.
Okay.
Yeah. And in Kingston, I would say better clubs and a different vibe. Because the way how things we say in Montego Bay, the way how they say in Kingston is different.
Okay. What is if you were going to drive from Montego Bay to Kingston, how long is that drive like that?
Oh, well, we have freeways now. It depends on how you drive. It probably take you.
Forget the freeway. We go in the old way. Let's go the old way. 15 before the freeway. What would it take you to get from Kingston to Montego Bay?
Probably 3 hours. Probably 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That sounds good. All right. So you mightn't like this one, but I had to hit you with it. Beres or Sanchez?
Yeah. This is an interview or interrogation. Which one?
Or drink champs. You take a drink, right? Yeah. You take a drink.
Yes.
All right, Carlos. All right. Take a drink.
Well,
right,
those are our two major artists that I look up to. And they play significant role within my career. They both deliver good music. Beres Hammond, as far as the writing is concerned, that's where I understand how to create. As far as singing, the clarity and the melody, that's Sanchez. So I cannot break the two apart because they play a major part in my life, my career. So I don't know if that's an answer, but that's my answer.
It's a fair answer, and they both brought major contribution to music generally. So
yes.
It was a tough toss-up, but I thought it would have been really interesting just to throw it in.
Easy.
So let me make it a little more funny. Big girl or skinny girl?
I love all women because all the ladies love sunshades, so I have to love them back. I cannot choose. Right.
So you had to take a drink for that one.
Take a drink for that one.
Take a drink for that one. All right. There's a good one. Steam fish or fry fish?
Steam.
Gee, you didn't think about that one. Gee.
Yeah, man, I love the steamers, man, because as soon as this interview is finished, that's what I'm going about to eat. Yeah, man. As soon as it's finished, I'm gone. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So, when I was in college, right? Obviously in New York is pretty much a melting pot for the Caribbean. So I went to New York City Tech, and everybody went there. People from Jamaica, from Trinidad, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Barbados, Aruba, Guyana, Belize, Haiti. Everybody went to New York. I think our school had, if I'm not mistaken, our enrollment was probably about 14,000.
Wow.
At New York City Tech.
That's a lot.
I couldn't even imagine what 14,000 looked like, but that's a lot of people, right?
Yeah, man.
And we would have this argument. Some of us would say fry bake, and some would say fried dumpling, and we would have a friendly argument about which one is the best. Now, I don't know if you ever had fry bake before. Have you ever had fry bake before?
Listen, to my understanding, are the same thing, but we say fried dumpling.
Mm.
I don't know.
Right. No, it's supposed to be the same thing. It's supposed to be the same thing. But I was wondering if you ever tried
a fry bake.
Where the people who call it fry bake, have you tried that version of it? Although it's the same thing.
Right. I think I did before because I spent a couple of years in New York. You don't know New York when you come out to Trinidad and Jamaica and all these other islands, everything is just right here.
That's right. It's sort of
right. So
now before we run away, the same thing. Different islands call it Johnny Cake.
Yes. Who call it Johnny Cake? Who the one who call it Johnny Cake? I think
the smaller islands like
like the St. Kitts and
St. Croix, St. Kitts.
Yeah.
St. Martin, those places, they'll call it Johnny Cake.
Yeah.
Jamaica say fried dumpling. Trinidad, Grenada, I even think Guyana, they would probably call it fry bake.
Yeah.
So but we spoke about it. You don't have to choose anything there. All right, so but anyway, my brethren, I am really happy that we were able to do this. We were able to have this conversation. You have this new record out. Anything you want the audience to know and to look out for, now's the time to throw that in the interview.
Yeah, man. I want the audience, I want the people to know or to be reminded that it doesn't matter what is going on here and now. There is a higher power, higher being. And he gave us everything for us to live together. We can make ourselves happy only if we just move in motion. Yeah, man. Saying so, big up all the fans worldwide. Thank you very much for the ones who streamed my EP. And if you didn't, I would appreciate it if you do. And just let love lead the way. And like my grandmother would say, the things that you want for yourself, make sure that when you see others, wish them the best too. Because what goes around comes around. Yeah, man. Love is natural.
Bless, man. And with that note, power.
Balance and respect. Big up, Sam. And thank you, Sam. You don't know. Music Lodge. You don't know. Big up. Sunshade said that. Boom.